Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Momentum channel. My name is Mo. Today we're going to be reviewing our stock investment portfolio with Questrade that is just shy of $100,000 in investments. We're going to be taking a close look at that, how it's been performing, and walk you through the latest buys that we've had in this specific portfolio. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at overall return of this portfolio. Although the balance of this portfolio is hovering close to 100K, it is still showing a total return of negative close to 12% or down about $13,000. In terms of our largest holding here, with a quick look, you'd notice our largest holding belongs to Vanguard Investments Canada Incorporated All-Equity ETF, the ticker symbol VEQT. It is a Canadian dollar fund, a passive income fund that gives you 100% exposure to stocks, and it's an all-in-one portfolio. We've talked about it in depth on this channel about these all-in-one portfolios. We talked about them in depth, including the all equity one, including balanced portfolio, as well as the more conservative approach ones. I'll add a link to that type of videos for your reference if that interests you. Currently, we do have 2,249 shares of Vanguard All Equity ETF, which is actually still showing an overall negative return. We're down about $10,000. However, today this fund was actually up. Today's profit was positive $539. We are gradually adding to our shares of VEQT. In fact, today we bought about 3 or 4 more shares added to our existing positions. VEQT is part of our Smith Manoeuvre stock portfolio account as well that we have. For those of you who are not familiar, Smith Manoeuvre is a technique used possibly to be used in Canada by homeowners, principal homeowners, to take advantage of the equity in their home and borrow that money to invest, including investment in the stock market. In this case, for our portfolio with VEQT, we had talked about the fact that through the reversible mortgage that we have with Scotiabank, we were wondering whether our prepayments are going to be available for us to be borrowed back and used as an equity. Luckily, in the latest time that we had our mortgage payments done, we saw that the prepayments was also added automatically to our amounts, so we could borrow it back. So what we found out through that experience is that there is a little bit of the gap and delay. The prepayments after the automatic limit increase is set up is going to be applied to your account after the next kind of mortgage payment and installment payment that is done to your account. It could be anywhere between 0 to almost 30 days of gap, depending on when you have made the prepayment and when the next payment is coming out of your account. Just wanted to bring that since it was brought up in one of our past projects and a video that we talked about and shared on this channel. The second biggest holding we have here is for Boeing. It was up by about $172 today. We currently have 57 shares of Boeing, but it is still down close to $5.2 thousand. Canadian Solar Incorporated, it's our next biggest holding. We have 120 shares of it, and it's down by about $1,300. It was also down today by about $56. Alphabet is one of our latest additions. We bought 10 shares of it this week. It is currently up by about $7, and today was up by about $3.50. Poshmark is our next biggest holding. We have 100 shares of it, and it is down by close to $1,500. Our next big holding is TQQQ. It's a leveraged fund that gives you 3 times exposure to the NASDAQ, and we have 35 shares of it with an average price of $34.58. Given the last trading price of $31.17, it is down still by about $120, though it was up by $44. We would like to buy a few more shares of TQQQ, possibly tomorrow, and take advantage of the lower price to bring our average price down. Tattooed Shaft TTCF is another big holdings we have, close to $1,000 worth of it, though it is down heavily. It's down by almost $1,800. We bought it at the average price of 18.92, and it's down almost 60+%. It's trading close to $6.8 now. EVgo is our next holding. We have 110 shares of it, which is down by about $800. And Hyliion Holdings, it's a massive loss for us. We have close to $185 shares that is down by almost $2,600. Huge decline from there. Xdiv is one of the other holdings. It's a passive investment that we have, and this one gives us exposure to high dividend paying quality stocks in Canada. We have 25 shares of it, and it is down by about $18. Next, we have Blink Charging. We have 29 shares of it, and it's down by close to $591. If you look at the latest balance, it indicates that it's down by almost 50%. Meta Platform or Facebook, you have 2 shares of it. It is down huge too, almost 50% as well. Followed by NEO, which we have 15 shares of. ICLN or iShares Trust Global Clean Energy ETF, and UDAO. We have a few shares of UDAO as well. As for XDIV, you notice here we have these shares in different accounts. So we had 25 shares of them in our Smith Manoeuvre portfolio, but we do have a couple of shares of them in our other bank accounts. Lastly, and the other shares that I want to walk you through is RBNK, RBC Canadian Bank High Yield Index ETF. We have 4 shares here in this account. A number of other holdings as well that I just want to quickly walk you through, show you where things are at. We're not going to go through them. A number of REIT stocks as well. We have very minimal shares of those, or the value of them are quite minimal, and they're not really showcased here. Do you have any of these shares in your portfolio? Let me know what shares you currently have on your portfolio that kind of overlaps with the ones we walk you through it. And what specific shares or funds are you currently buying in the stock market? I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment down below and let us know what you think. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button and of course subscribe to our channel. Here on Momentum Finance, we post every week several videos about investing, including investing in dividend stocks, growth stocks, penny stocks. We also talk about ways to reach financial freedom. With that, thank you, and I hope to see you next time.